I'm excited to tell you that this tutorial forms the beginning of a new Autodesk Revit tutorial series. This time around, it's going to be more interesting and more advanced than the previous tutorial series. Alright, so in this tutorial series, we are going to be looking at everything that cuts across how to create Revit families. Revit family, I'm talking about various components for your projects. All right. In the previous tutorial, we looked at how to create models. We looked at that is the very basic of um, Autodesk Revit. So we created an office model. We picked and dropped sanitary appliances, lighting fixtures. And what if we can't find this feature? Revit is not going to provide everything for you. I know there are some website dedicated for Revit family, but I assure you that there are some components you may need for your project that you won't be able to find. However, if you have your catalog and there is a manufacturer details about the product, why not? You could create the family and use it on your project. So with that being said, today we are going to focus on understanding the interface of Autodesk Revit when creating Revit families. All right. So what you see in front of me is what you would see when you double click your Revit icon. So here I'm using make use of Autodesk Revit 2024. If you are using 2023 or 2025, you don't need to panic. The concept are all the same. All right. So we have models which we've looked at how to create, and here we have the family. So we will go ahead and create new. All right. Let's click on new here. Just like the project, if you want to create a Revit family, you need to start up from a template. So there are a whole lot of templates here. All right. So in this case, we are going to be looking at more of so we're going to be make use of the generic metric template. Let's go to the generic template, click on it, and click open. All right. The first row here where my cursor is called the quick access toolbar. All right, it houses a lot of commands from Revit icon to new, a whole lot of them. So you could modify the content. Just click on this two double arrow and click on this drop down, and whichever commands you want to remove or place, you just if you want to remove, let's say you want to remove print, just uncheck it here and it disappears. All right. So you could modify the content of the quick access toolbar. All right. So just beneath the quick access toolbar, we have the ribbon. The ribbon is completely different from that which we'll find when creating projects. Yes. So if you check here, you have a whole under the ribbon. You have the first tab there, which is called the file. Under file, have a whole lot of drop down commands, the new and so on. After that, we have create, which we are going to be making use of more often. All right. So basically, all the components you'll be creating in Revit falls under any of this mode of creation. Let me put it that way because um, of course, you'll be making use of extrusion in some cases, while in some you make use of sweep and so on. So you and again you have pipe connector, cable tray connector. These are various connectors for various components. So after create, we have insert, annotate, view, and so on. So we are going to be looking at each of these commands individually, so to help you understand the very basics, from the very basics to an advanced level of how to create objects in Revit. So beneath the ribbon, we have the graphics window. Wow. So this is where all your, um, let me say, components appears. All right, this is where you create them. So just at the top you have various tabs for various views. So at the left side of your window, graphics window rather, you have the properties and the project browser. So the project browser is very, very interesting. Is you'll be making use of it more often, and even the properties. So you could see under the project browser you have the floor plans, you have the various plans, you have elevations, you have sheets, and all the family and groups that are in your Revit family. Everything appears here. All right. So under the graphics window, we have the status bar. So right from the first point there, we have the scale. All right. You could change the scale to anyone you want. You could customize it. All right. So after the scale, you have the detail level, and also we have the visual style and other commands here. Right. So this is basically the interface of um, Revit when you are creating a Revit family. It's different from the interface when you are creating a project. That is why it's very important to understand the various commands so that you don't face any challenge. Although there might be challenge, but so that you find the way around any challenge you might have when creating a Revit model. So this um, tutorial series is going to cut across all aspects of uh, creating models. Right, it's going to be quite interesting. The tutorial has been done in such a way that to ease understanding by creating short modules. Our advice maybe if you could spend uh, 1 hour per day on this tutorial series, I assure you that you will be able to get what you are looking for. Don't forget to subscribe. If you like what I'm doing, like and share with others so that they can um, learn also. All right. And also, don't forget to subscribe so that you will not miss out on this exciting journey we want to embark on. I believe you want to know more about Revit. If you want to know more about Revit, how to create Revit family, I advise you to stick to this tutorial series. Invite your friends, practice as you watch, and I'm assure you that you'll get to where you want to get to. All right.